you do have to check and make sure that you can actually use rolling upgrade on your particular database, because it is not 100% applicable to every single Oracle database that's out there. The first thing to think about is where that logical standby is going to be while you're performing this rolling upgrade process, because you really don't want to try to put a logical standby on the same system where the primary exists. And that's because things like the database file name convert don't necessarily get updated for your standby. And if you're not careful, you could end up overwriting data files. So it's really a good idea to make sure that you have a separate system on which the standby will be placed if you're going to do a rolling upgrade. We also need to look at the data types and types of partitioning in use in that database. This is because with the logminer infrastructure underneath logical standby, there are still just a few kind of edge cases of different data types and partitioning types that are not supported by logical standby. Those include things like having row ID as a data type, or having nested tables or object types that use nested tables as part of the object definition, or system partitioning or reference partitioning. If you have any of those in use in your database, then instead of DataGuard rolling upgrade, you'll probably be looking at something like Golden Gate to minimize your downtime. The other aspect is having a primary key or a unique key on every table, especially ones that are going to be updated while you are performing this rolling upgrade. Now, this is important not just for logical standby, but for Golden Gate as well, because when we're doing updates, if you don't have a primary key or a unique key on the table, then what we end up doing is generating a unique key across the entire set of columns on that table, up to 4,000 bytes in size. That's very inefficient for performance. So if you don't have those unique keys in place, then performance is really going to suffer, and you may not be able to keep up with your redo apply rate, or your SQL apply rate in this case, for logical standby. For multi-tenant, be aware that with rolling upgrade, multi-tenant works at the container-wide level. You don't have DataGuard rolling upgrade for a specific PDB. Now, you can have a subset of PDBs that are specified for your standby. You can set the standbys equals clause for each pluggable database to have, say, standbys equals none, for example, if you don't want a PDB to be included in a rolling upgrade. But in most cases, for a rolling upgrade, you're going to want to do the entire container database at a time. What I'd like you to do after hearing about this is go to the hidden slides in the deck that you can download, get all the details about how to use logical standby. There's a beginner's guide there, for example, that'll walk you through how to do an assessment of your database to determine whether you have unsupported data types or unsupported types of partitioning in use.